G'day legends, welcome back to the Lion Lawn. First video for 2024. I'm a little bit late. I've been away for most of January between work and a couple of little holidays with the family, so it's my first opportunity to sort of get back out here and get some work done. You may have seen just then that yet again I'm dealing with another cheap and nasty hose reel. For those of you who missed my rant on cheap and nasty hose reels a year or two ago, I'll put a video link here somewhere for you to see that, and then the resultant video over here where Delrico were nice enough to send me a not so cheap and not so nasty hose reel that's worked spectacularly and I love it. But they've sent me another one to have a look at, so today I will go and give you a quick look at my new hose reel to replace the cheap and nasty leaky ones, and show you some of the cool features of it and explain why I reckon it's the best value for money hose reel in that price bracket that you can get. But before we do that, as the title suggests, I need to attend to the grass because mows before hose, or whatever the joke is there. I'm sure you can put it together. Like I said, I've been away for most of January, so the grass is just berserk. It's not nice. There's like a whole bunch of new different grasses growing through it. There's clovers come back. It's blech. I really don't even want to show it on camera, but you know, so I'll get out there. Oh, you may notice I'm in the new shed. I'm finally set up in the new section of the shed. It's working out nicely, and I have put power in, so we have power now to charge all the batteries and do all the bits and pieces that I need to do. I've got a nice shop vac, Ryobi shop vac there that I can run to clean up after myself. So yeah, so what I'll do, I'll get the mower, get out there, and I'll show you. Unfortunately, I'll air my dirty laundry on the internet and show you my gross backyard. Hack it down, try and make it a little bit tidier, and then we'll go and check out this new hose. Right, dudes, let's go.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
It's the 3rd of February. I reckon there's still plenty of time to deck it again. There's so much like damp, thatchy junk under it from this humid 3 days of thunderstorms, 1 day of 35-degree heat cycle that we seem to be in. So there's so much junk under there that the grass blades are really only like the top 5% of all that depth out there. So instead of dethatching it and basically taking everything, like there'll be catcher loads, there'll be wheelbarrow loads of thatch out of there, I may as well just do the whole lot and do the leaf as well, I think. I reckon I've still got plenty of time. What do you think? But it's muggy today because all the rain from the last few days is now drying up with the heat out there, so it makes it yuck, but it is what it is. So yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about doing another reno, but just ploughing it down to the ground and seeing what happens. What's the worst that could happen? Like I say, it's only grass. So, all right, now that's done, let's go up and suss out this new hose reel. All right, here is my new Delrico hose reel. It's a 25-meter retractable hose reel. You may remember I had the white one here originally that Delrico sent me after my social media dummy spit about cheap and nasty hose reels. They wanted that one back to have a look at how it was performing out in the Aussie sun in the conditions over the last 2 years with their special coating that they put on these things. So I was more than happy to send that back to them just for them to do their testing on, but they were kind enough to then say, what would you like us to replace it with? So they've replaced it with a new one to match my house. So they do Dulux and Colorbond colours. Any of those colours, they will make one to suit for you. So this is woodland grey, which matches my roof, my guttering, my downpipes and those bits and pieces. And we've got a bit of blue-grey in the bricks, so I think it looks really nice. So they sent me that one out for me to replace the white one with, which was great. I can't thank them enough for that. But as far as differences between the old one and the new one, there isn't much. The colour, obviously. And then one thing that I did notice is these little assembly holes where I assume there's screws or bolts in something in there holding the casing together. They filled them in with like this high density foam or rubber or something. I didn't really notice that I noticed on the old one, but little bugs and mud wasps and stuff build little nests in these things, and they did in the old one. And they won't be able to now because of little touches like that, which I think are great. So, but onto the two reasons that I think this is the best value for money in its category. You may have seen in the opening clip that the leaky connection between the reel and the hose, on those cheap ones, they're all plastic, or they're a mix of like brass and aluminium, so there's soft brass. So you can replace them as many times as you like, but eventually they're going to wear out. That's just how it is. Something like that is going to wear out and it's going to leak. The internals of this are all brass, so solid brass, so they're not going to do that. They're not going to leak, they're not going to wear out. There's not a lot of movement in the connection pieces, but even if there was, they're strong enough to withstand that, and you're not going to have anything go wrong inside there. But the second reason is because if for some reason you do have something go wrong in there, I think it's unlikely, but if you did, the entire thing is serviceable at Delrico. You can send it back to them and they can pull it apart and service the entire thing, put it back together and send it back to you. Replace bits, repair bits, change bits up, whatever you need, they can do that in there. It's actually quite incredible, because one of their, I can't remember the exact slogan, but they have a slogan in there on their website about these things not being made for landfill, because they know that's what we do. We chuck these things away all the time, and this is something that you're not going to chuck away, because you're going to have it for years and years and years and years, and it's going to work really well. And then if something goes wrong, spend 1/10 of the price of a new one, get it repaired, and off you go again. It's great. So this one still has the slow return system that I bragged about last time. It's locked out now. I'll give it a little tug on it and it walks itself in nice and slowly, so it's not going to hurt anybody whipping around the yard. It's not going to smash the window, get tangled in the trampoline, none of that. Just slowly creeps its way back up and parks itself. It's excellent. I love it. So yeah, so that is the new Delrico reel that I've got that I'll be using from now on. But as far as value for money in the category, I don't think you can go wrong with this, especially because I know there are a couple of different brands out there that people rave about, and that's fine. Everyone's got their own preferences, but the fact that this one is still just a normal hose fitting, like you don't need adapters, you don't need to go and buy extra bits and pieces to make your sprinklers and stuff work. So I think that's a big win. Like, we connect that straight to the the kids blow up backyard things with the sprinkler attachments and those sort of things. You can just connect it, you don't need a special fitting. So that's just my take on it, but I really like this company. I really like the product. I think it looks great, and yeah, new hose reel. 2 enthusiastic thumbs up from me. Alright, one last thing before I sign off for the day, and I've just been thinking about what I'm going to do in the future in lawn tools. Now, my Ryobi mower and my Ryobi whippersnipper and my edger are all getting a bit long in the tooth. Now, anyone who's been watching for a while will know that I am a Ryobi fanboy. I've got all the automotive tools, all the woodworking and metalworking tools, chainsaws and everything. The only thing I really kind of want is that stick vac for inside. I really think that's great, but I want that as well. But in the not too distant future, I'm gonna have to replace the mower, the whippersnipper and the edger. I could go and get the new versions of the Ryobi ones, or I could try something different. So like Greenworks, Milwaukee, Makita, Azito, probably, maybe. If anyone has any experience with using Ryobi and those and has compared them both, I'd love to hear from you down below in the comments about that, as to which one you prefer and why. I'm just going to start to do a little bit of research on value for money, if I could get them in kits and those sorts of things. Nothing set in stone. They've still got a little bit of life left in them now, but I'm just sort of thinking down the track. So we may sort of see a mix in the future, or I may just replace them with the Ryobi equivalent new versions. I don't know. We'll see how we go. anyway, something to think about. If you've got an opinion on that, please let me know. I'm interested to hear. I always like having a discussion with people who've been there and done that, so I can make some sort of informed decision myself. So if you watched this far, thank you very much. Check out Del Rico for a hose reel if you're looking for one. If you're in the market, certainly add them to your open tabs on your Internet Explorer page to compare it to the other ones, because I think you'll be really surprised and really pleased if you go with them. I'll put a link in the description down to their website. Stay tuned, because I reckon I'm gonna do another reno. So we may have a disastrous late season reno video coming up. We'll see how we go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you next time on the Lion Log. Cheers.